All right, I'm back from my meeting with my wife. This video is going to be part 4 of the inch bag series. This is going to be food, or part of it. I'm going to make some jerky, and I'm probably going to roll footage over into the get home bag video as well, because some of this jerky I'm making, we're going to vacuum seal, and we're going to put some in those packs that I'm making. So I'm jumping back and forth from the get home bag series that I'm working on to the inch bag. I got a lot of stuff I'm needing to get done, so I'm working on kind of both at the same time. So we're going to make some jerky with a dehydrator, and I guess I want to kind of just go over real quick the process and get this done and get some vacuum sealed. So stand by. So a real simple way that I use to make jerky is with hamburger meat and a jerky gun. Lean ground beef, and basically I just mix it together with the seasoning packs that you can get at Rural King or Walmart or somewhere, and do anywhere from 2 to 5 pounds at a time and dehydrate it. Pretty simple. I know there's a lot of other different ways that you can do it, but for the last 15 or so years, this is the way that I've been doing it, and it works for me. I like it. It's simple. So we'll get started. You want a lean ground beef. We're going to mix up our ground beef and our seasoning pack. So what I'll do is I'm going to put all of my ground beef in, and then I'm going to mix. The packets say to mix 1 pack per 2 pounds, 1 pack of your seasoning and 1 pack of your cure, and I'm doing a little over 4 pounds, so I'm just going to double up. I'm going to go 2 packs. And I'm gonna mix it with my hands. I just mix it up as good as I can and try and make sure that it all gets mixed in well with the meat. When I get done, we'll go ahead and load up the jerky gun and get started on our trays. One thing you want to do is get it mixed in really good, because if you don't mix it up well once you make your jerky, you'll get pieces that's really strong seasoned and others that's really bland. So you want to mix it in really well with into your ground beef. You're pretty much just going to load your gun with hamburger meat. There's no real neat way that you can do it. You're going to get as much as you can get in the gun at a time. Okay, that's it. That's all of it. That's a little under 5 pounds of meat. I don't really like getting it. I like leaving gaps around each row for the air to get to it better. But when you're running out of room and that's all the trays you've got, you got to kind of squeeze it all in there. So that's it. You set it right there on your dehydrator, put your lid on, turn it on, and then through the night I'm going to come out and check it, and I'll take what sometimes I do, I'll take the trays off and go one tray at a time, and with real hot water I'll spray off the grease, or I'll dab the grease with some paper towels on each tray. And this dehumidifier, or sorry, this dehydrator didn't work great the last time I used it, and it took longer for everything to cure. So and I can't find my other one. It's over in the storage somewhere. So we're going to see how this one works through the night. So while we're at the food prep, while we're in the food prep mode, we're going to go ahead and vacuum seal our pasta that we got the other day. So this is still, we're still going towards inch bag part 4 build food. We're going to seal this up in 1 gallon bags because we don't want to waste. That's about as much as we use at a time, I guess, per serving, whatever you call it, for our family, right?
Yeah.
Take and daub the grease off of the top of them, and I go from the top to the bottom and just rotate them. So the top is going to end up at the bottom, and the bottom is going to end up at the top. Yes, that's why I left it out there. Is it any good?
Yeah.
How good?
Pretty good.
Is it good? Boobin?
Yeah. That beats pretty good.
Food. We'll just go over. I've got vacuum sealed some trail mix, some gummy bears. Those are mine. Those are chocolate covered raisins. I just vacuum sealed some jerky that I made. I'll roll all this video in as far as getting all this done, but some pasta. That's probably, I packed probably too much per portion, but anyway, there's some pasta, there's some protein bars, at least 3 days worth of Mountain House meals. Those are light. They'll last for a long time, and it's just easy. So at least 3 days of Mountain House meals along with the rest of this food. So I don't know if I really got into amounts or anything of that as far as food for the inch bag series. I've mentioned a few times that I'm kind of doing the inch bag along with the get home bag series that I'm doing, and but as far as the inch bag, the vacuum sealed meals, pasta, the Mountain House meals that are light, protein bars, vacuum sealed jerky, trail mix, some candies, an assortment of food, and but you can talk about amounts as far as what you can carry, how much you can carry in an inch bag. Are you carrying it in a backpack? Are you pulling a wagon? Are you pushing a cart? There's several different ways that you would be able to possibly bring more gear with you, more food, more stuff, depending on how you're carrying it or hauling it. But for the purposes of the video, if you're possibly talking about a backpack, it would just be a matter of weight and what I would be able to carry. I really need to get into what, when you're talking about food, the possibility of you could go get into food and tools can kind of intertwine, because a firearm is a food getter basically. A shotgun, a .22 rifle, traps are tools, yet but they're for procuring food. So you can get into that discussion when you're talking about food also, but for the most part, that's the food that would be in my inch bag, just larger amounts of it, I guess is what I'm getting at. 3 days plus would be in my inch bag, and I guess that pretty much I'm gonna wrap that up as far as food. I think we're on part 4, which is food, and I'll get into the traps and stuff a little bit, maybe in tools further, but I don't really know what else to say about food other than what you're bringing with you and the possibility of getting more food while you're out is what you need to consider with food. So thanks for watching that part. Hang tight. I've got some tools lined out. I'm going to go right into tools and then maybe into some firearms for another part 5 or 6. So hang with me here.